As I announced earlier on this morning, there were two cases from the same family who were identified overnight, and they have now been transferred to a high consequence infection unit. That's a very secure infectious disease specialist unit in Newcastle. Well, obviously, I'm going to not go into any patient details at all, either in terms of their particular situation or their biographical details. But what I can say is that that this could turn out to be, for any individual who has a disease of this kind, it could well turn out to be a relatively minor disease, because we know that there is a 2% mortality rate, 2% of people die. But what that means is 98% of people get better, based on current information, and it's still not absolutely certain, but that looks as if it's the number. So a high chance that people will get better, and a lot of people will end up with relatively minor disease. Obviously, some people go on to get more severe disease. We know this from the cases that are being reported from China, and they will tend to have respiratory problems, and if anybody got respiratory problems, then they'd be dealt with as anyone else with a respiratory disease.
Protective measures there are.
So the reason that these infectious disease units, and this is a particularly specialist one for this kind of infection, exist, is exactly to make sure that staff, patients and the general public are at no risk from these people who have got an infection. And it is to make sure that the people with the infection can be treated to the highest possible international standard, and that everybody, staff and patients alike, and the general public, can be protected.